Let's take a look at the iScooter U1. Hello all, Aaron here, and iScooter have been in touch and they wanted to send me a scooter, and I said, well, do you know what? I don't think scooters are the sort of thing that my channel viewers like. You know, they're of a certain age. There's a little bit more decorum to my audience. They prefer an e-bike, yeah? So here we are. We have the iScooter U1. Let's get it unboxed and let's give it a try. Now, I'm not going to film myself unboxing it. If you want to see an unboxing video of this particular bike, the U1, just simply go on YouTube, iScooter U1. There are lots of videos out there of people unboxing this and putting it together. It's very simple. I'm not going to bore you with it here. Let's get it out, let's get it set up, get it on the road, and then start talking about it. So here we are then. We're on the U1 from iScooter. So, has 3 levels of pedal assist. Apparently the battery has a range of up to 40 miles. Although reading some of the reviews, some people are only getting around 35. I suppose it depends on your terrain. You know, if you're going off-road, it's going to be less. If there's a lot of hills, it's going to be less. Now the pedal assist, there's a cadence sensor, so obviously it gives you power when you pedal. The minute you stop pedaling, it stops giving you power. Although you can turn on cruise control. And the cruise control kicks in after you've been pedaling for a little while. Now when cruise control kicks in, you'll see up here on the dash a little clock, a little speedo, yeah? That's when you know cruise control's kicked in. And when you stop pedaling, it'll just keep going. And the maximum speed of this particular bike is 15.5 miles an hour, because obviously it's locked to make it street legal. In the UK anyway. But there's one thing it's got that doesn't make it legal. Ooh. And that is a thumb throttle. So because of the thumb throttle, see if we can turn here. Because of the thumb throttle, that makes it illegal. Because you're not allowed to have a throttle in the UK on your e-bike. Would make it easier to pull away from things like lights, junctions, things like that. But no, you're not allowed them. So at the moment, I'm in pedal assist level 3. And I'm pedaling along with cadence sensors picking up that I'm moving, and we're doing 13.3 miles an hour. It's nice and smooth. So it has dual disc brakes, cable, but on a bike this small, which once unlocked can do a top speed of 20 miles an hour, it doesn't really need anything more than that. Cable brakes are fine. It's got rear suspension, which is quite nice, feels comfy enough. But then again, I've only been riding it a little bit. Now apparently it can deal with uphills. So let's check it out. I've got a little section up here where I can take it uphill and we can see how well it copes. Now, talking about the battery consumption, obviously the battery won't last as long as some of the larger bikes that you can get. You know, like your fat tire e-bikes. But then they're a bigger bike, they're a heavier bike. Plus they're more expensive bike. This currently on the site on iScooter, I believe is $349, I think, to purchase. And it's a great little bike. I mean, it's small, it folds up. Well, the handlebar folds up anyway. So you can still fit it in your boot. And I think this would be perfect for, like, if you're out camping, maybe. Or if you have a camper van and you're just looking for something to pop in the back of that camper van. Yeah? We're hitting a slight incline now, and we have dropped down to 11 miles an hour. So let's have a look. We'll see if we can get it over the bridge, okay? So that over there, let me have a look. Over there, look. That's the bridge we're going to test it on. Let's see how we get on. What I'll do is I'll see if we can get it over the bridge using the thumb throttle, because I've still got mine attached. Here we go. Right. So we'll use the thumb throttle and we'll see how we get on. Here we go. Right. It's going. It's going. Slowing down. It is slowing down. It is struggling to get up here. Yeah. I may have to pedal a little bit to give it a little bit of a help. But yeah, it struggled a little bit there to get up and over this bridge. But then I would put that down to the fact that the battery wasn't quite full when I came out. And I am quite a hefty chap. I'm quite bulky. Right. Let's just stop there. Let's turn around. Let's just turn around. Let's just head back the other way. Here we go. Right. Let's go for a little spin down here. Even though I feel as though I'm too big for the bike, slightly too big for it, or just on the edge, you know, just on the cusp, it still feels okay. Do you know what I mean? Like I say, my knees aren't coming up too high. The riding position is good. It's comfy enough. It really is comfy enough. I like it. And even though the top speed on this, currently, because it's locked, is 15 mile an hour, I've not got anywhere near that yet. Could if I accelerated, maybe. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, that's going to get me up there. That's going to get me up there. Now, can I get down here? Where is that going to lead to? Let's have a look. Oh, yes. Okay. Let's take a go down here, shall we? Down a country lane. Poacher's block. Ooh, there we go. Right. So we're kind of trying it off-road for a little bit here, aren't we? Nice. So here it is in all its glory. Look, have a little look around. Obviously not that bit, that's for my camera, but yeah, you've got really good size headlights on the front that are angled, so even though they look straight, they are angled at the floor. They're really good. As I say, single speed on the chain, so you don't need to muck about with gears. Nice little light at the back there. Folding pedals. Yep. For when you're putting it away. Quick release seat. And quick release handlebars as well. So that you can fold it down and put it in the boot of your car. It's quite small. Yeah. A couple of plastic mud guards on there as well, so you've not got the metal ones that are rattling about. But there you go. Look at that. It's pretty good, isn't it? Okay, so let's have a quick look at the functions on it. It's very easy. You just press and hold the M button to turn it on, and there it is. You got your miles, you got your power in your battery. Pedal assist is just a quick up. 1, 2, 3. Doesn't go any higher than that, although there is room for it. And there you see I've got it in miles per hour. There you go, there's your trip. So that resets every time you turn it on, tells you how far you've gone. Volt, so we're currently on 39.3. Let's have a look. Not sure what that one is. I'll have to look into it. Yeah. So that's what I've accumulated since I've been on. 11 miles. Done 11 miles on it so far. Pedal assist 3. There's your power button. That kicks in as the motor kicks in. Tells you how much of the motor is being used. And obviously there's your battery indicator. Look, full battery, but obviously the more the motor is used, that will go down as the motor's finished. It may go back up again. It may not. Yeah. Okay, right. Let's show you the light. Let's turn it on. There we go. Now to turn on the headlight, all you got to do is press this plus button here and hold it down. Let me turn off my torch. Here we go. Ready? Look at that. Nice and bright. Right on the road in front of you. Perfect. And the back, you've got a light at the back as well. And when you pull the brake, it flashes. Pretty good. One thing I'm not too keen on with this bike, and it's me being nitpicky, there's no key. You don't need a key to turn it on and ride it. Like with some other e-bikes, you need a key. So then it sort of minimises theft. And there's not a huge amount of places that you could put, apart from the wheels, obviously, a good padlock through round, because the frame is that sort of shape, you know. So, but I'm sure if you lock this up, it'd be nice and secure. But yeah, I would have preferred a key to help prevent it being stolen. Yeah. Oh, I was tempted to go up that ramp. I was tempted. I was tempted. If you have a look on the iScooter website at the U1 bike, there's lots of reviews for it. A majority are 5-star. There are a couple that are 4-star and 3-star. But if you look at that, the main grumble about it that they're saying is the battery not lasting as long as they'd have hoped. But that's the thing. It's a small bike, it's a small battery. You're not going to get a week's worth of cycling out of it. You will need to recharge after a couple of journeys. And the size of this battery, 37 volt? I'll pop it on the screen. It's not going to take a lot to charge it. It's not going to cost you a lot of money to charge this battery. It's going to be fairly cheap over those 6 hours to charge. It is literally going to cost you pence to charge this, even if you charged it every day. Yeah, even if you charged it every day, it would be pence to charge this bike. Now, even though it says 12 mile an hour on there, it feels a bit quicker, to be honest. It does feel a bit quicker than 12. But that could be because I'm low down, because it's quite a small bike. But this is nice. This is nice. This is lovely. It's comfortable, you know? Yeah. Like I say, look, I've only used it for 13 miles. Yeah? So after 13 miles worth of use, I can honestly say it's not a bad little bike. It's not bad. This bike can be unlocked to do 20 mile an hour. But bear in mind, if you do that, it's no longer legal in the UK. If you choose to keep the thumb throttle attached, or to attach the thumb throttle, again, it's no longer legal in the UK. And depending on your police in your area where you live, you could get your bike confiscated. Now, I know that not all police forces are doing this at the moment. It just seems to be happening in problem areas in the country where people are out and about on things like Surons and things like that. So if you're going to spend now £349 on picking yourself up this, then I would seriously suggest you do everything in your power to keep it street legal. Yeah? You want to make sure that you don't get it taken off you. You don't want it confiscated. It's a great little bike. So the one thing I don't like about this bike is its pedals. And I know it's nitpicky, right? But I'm used to leaning on my bike as I go around the corner. And I find that on this bike with these pedals, you do bottom out, you do scrape your pedals along the floor. As you're turning the corner. So you've got to stop pedaling as you go around, or else you'll run the risk of hitting your pedals. Now I'm 5'10" and around 15.5 to 16 stone. Yeah, like I say, I'm a big lad. And this seems fine. However, anything bigger than me, 5'11", 6 foot, I think you would just be too tall for this. The website says that it's for people over 6 foot, but I don't know. I think I'm the limit, 5'10", comfortably. But yeah, great little bike for the price. You can charge the battery up to 800 times. And why not? Now, obviously, I've only been riding this bike a few hours, so I couldn't give you a full, honest review of it. I need to be able to, ride it a bit longer, use it to and from work, that sort of thing, do some longer journeys on it. But so far, so good. So this is perfect for a little weekend getaway. You went camping, great to get you around on the campsite. Or even if you just like getting out on a bike at the weekends and your knees aren't quite up to it anymore, definitely get yourself an e-bike. It does make light work of pedaling. It really does. If you're after something that isn't too expensive, isn't too big, isn't too bulky, and something you can put in the boot, something you're going to use on occasion, not necessarily every day. As I say, the battery on this is not as big as the battery on a lot of those e-bikes, like the fat tire e-bikes. So the battery might not last you a week if you're going to and from work. You may need to charge it after a couple of days. But if you are looking for that little e-bike, it's not too expensive, then certainly have a look at this IScooter U1. There'll be a link down below if you want to check it out on the website. Just have a look. And see what you think.